This informative video is brought to you by the uniform managers and the historians. Enjoy!
Hey Aztec Marching Band, one of the most iconic parts about being in an ensemble is our uniforms, whether it be the pit or guard costumes or our very own marching uniforms.
As you know, we're living in unknown and unprecedented times, which changed how our band runs around this time of the year. But that shouldn't stop us from being positive and productive. In this video, we will be showing you how to fit your uniform for the best fit possible.
The things you need are a tape measure. If you don't have a tape measure, be sure to use a string. If a string is all you have on hand, make sure you have something to measure it with. A ruler or measuring tape would work great. A measuring tape to measure height, a weighing scale, a place to write everything down, and another person to help you. This is very important.
The things that you need to measure are height, weight, chest, inseam, seat, and waist. You want to use pounds for weights and inches for all the other required measurements, and make sure to round up to the nearest whole number.
Also, be sure every measurement isn't too tight or too loose. It should be a nice fit. After watching the video, be sure to log your info and measurements in the Google form in the video description box.
With a measuring tape, measure your height from the bottom of your foot to the top of your head as if you were at the doctor's. Have someone else measure you in order to receive the most accurate measurement, and make sure to measure in inches. A good way to measure height is to plant your heels to the wall and stand with good posture. Mark where the top of your head is with a pencil on the wall. A magazine can help make it as even as possible. Then step away from the wall, and finally measure from the top to bottom with a measuring tape.
For weight, that's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Just be sure to measure yourself in pounds.
For chest, use a string or tape measure to measure the widest part of the torso. Measure inseam from the inside of the ankle bone to the crotch area, and that's basically the area where the body connects to the legs. For seat, use a tape measure or string to measure the width of the hip. Keep the tape measure level and measure the widest part of the hip. And finally, for waist, measure just above the hip bones. Measure around the natural waistline at the narrowest point.
Congratulations, you did it! Be sure to fill out all your information in the Google form attached.